Can our son lead a normal life?
Define normal.
This one's for you. Hello, children. The Accountant. This one is with Ben Affleck, and he is playing an autistic math whiz. And growing up, his parents tried to shelter him because they knew how different people were treated, especially different smart people. And as he grows up, he becomes an accountant. He's really good with numbers. And while he's looking through the books for a robotics company, chaos happens, bad things happen. Basically, life gets complicated and things start to unfold. So, first things first, I really liked how they wrote this character. He is autistic, but he's not like the typical autistic, very stereotypical character. They wrote him introverted, but they didn't write him in a way where he's so introverted he couldn't function for this role. I think that was really smart. Another couple of shows that write like that are Max from Happy Endings. His character, they wrote him very different than I think what most people thought he was going to be characterized. Modern Family.
I just want to dance with the ballet.
The dad, Cam, he's written like as an uncommon. They have the very stereotypical gay dad, and then they have Cam, which I love because stop pigeonholing people. Stop, making people very one-dimensional. The whole stereotypes in Hollywood, it gets stale super fast. So they did that with Ben Affleck, and I think from a lot of the reviews, a lot of the print journalists, from what I was reading, they kind of didn't like how he's autistic, but then he's able to take on, the bad guys. And to that I say no, because it can be done. There isn't one type of autistic person, you know what I mean? So I really, really did like that, even though the reviewers kind of, I guess it tripped them up. And I guess too, that's why Hollywood pigeonholes people the way they do to please the masses. So that character I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed the way he crafted that. I really enjoyed the way he played it. One of the characters, since we're talking characters, one of the characters I did not like is Anna Kendrick. And what I don't understand with her character was, she doesn't make sense as his friend. He needs a confidant, he needs somebody to talk to, and he needs somebody where this backstory can unfold. But my problem with her character is, and again this goes back to Hollywood's writing, it felt very much like they needed to meet quota with a female character, so they kind of shoved her into this role. It would have made 1,000 times more sense if it was someone he grew up with but didn't talk to as a child because he was shy, and then as they got older they were able to talk. I feel like if this was a male character, it would have made the story just flow a lot better. I just think Anna Kendrick, it's not her fault, but she really served nothing in this movie. Okay, so now let's get into plot. There are a couple of very generic plot twists coming in this movie. You'll see it in some of the backstory, and then as the movie plays out, you might just pick them off one by one as you're watching. I think they did that because they wanted the very stereotypical, the very average viewer to not get lost in a complicated story, which is fine, I understand it, but I did feel like there was one plot twist they could have done that never happened. There was a plot twist that I felt was coming. I was like, it's pretty much set up for this. It's coming. And the movie ended and I was just like, oh, no. But if there is a part 2, there's a second part. They could easily try to maneuver that into that movie, which maybe they might be doing. I don't know. I don't know if they're trying to franchise this. I don't see why not. But that's my theory. Maybe it will come in a second version. Now for the action and a lot of the CGI. It does not overpower this story. This is not Transformers. And I saw a lot of people that say the action parts made no sense. The sequencing just kind of threw the story off. It threw the movie off. I won't know. It was fantastic. It is a thriller. It's a thriller first. It plays an action movie second. And it's got a solid story. And all those things you're gonna get in this movie. The movie doesn't try to pancake and flip unnecessarily where it doesn't have to. It knows what it is, it's crafted to what it is, and it's written well. You're going to need it. It's Ben Affleck as an autistic accountant working for looking at the books for a robotic company who is doing a lot of messy things. And it's a beautiful story. That's just beautiful because it's the accountant. Ben Affleck playing the accountant is just genius. The thing too about this, and I wasn't gonna say this, but I am gonna say this, but take this with a grain of salt because really I should leave this out. This could be Bruce Wayne-esque. You know what I mean? It did feel a little bit like a Bruce Wayne as the hero. It kind of did. Like, it could have been in a way like a rewritten timeline for Bruce Wayne, like his story. It would have worked. And I think the reason why I see it like that is because it's Ben Affleck and he was Batman and he was a good Batman. So I don't know, my brain went to Bruce Wayne. I apologize. On with the review. So who do I think is gonna go see this movie? I think 18 to like 47-year-olds. I think anybody who's a Matt Damon fan. I think if you're a Batman fan, because you're coming off of that. I think if you're into thrillers, you're gonna want this one, because he so solidly encompasses this character. He gives really good character in this one. So I think if you're any one of those fans, you're gonna want to see it. What's my overall rating? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna go with 8 Duffies. The story keeps moving. It's not stagnant. The characters are so good, minus the Kendrick character. Everyone plays like a pretty cohesive part. And it's well crafted. It gets slightly generic with the plot twist, but I feel like they just throw that in for people so they don't get lost with, which I can appreciate. I can say fine. I can give you that bone. So all in all, 8 out of 10 Duffies. I really liked this one. Bravo. So let me know what you thought of the trailer, what you thought initially of his character, and if you've seen this movie. But this one's good. Alright you guys, that's it for me. It's called The Greatest Show on Earth. Live long and prosper. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Poke. Poke. This one's for you. Bye.